Hello everyone, this is Jonas Jenkins, graduate student at Grand Canyon University. Today I'll be talking about cloud computing. Cloud computing is on-demand access of computer resources over the internet. This can be via access to applications, access to software, access to infrastructure services over the internet, and most of these services are provided by cloud service providers. Some of the cloud service providers I would know uh, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud. So with this notion, we have about four different types of deployment models where cloud computing models. And the first one we talk about is software as a service. So this is where the cloud service providers will supply the organization with software as a service, and it's on demand. So they'll provide you the software, say like Microsoft 365 on demand, and so you are only going to pay the uh, the portion of the software that you are using. So the cloud service provider will provide you just the software part of it, and you pay just that. The next one will be the platform as a service. This is where the cloud service providers will give you the platform, they create the platform and deploy it for you. You just pay just the minimum services for the platform that you are using, and you don't need to pay to go create another platform. The next one will be the infrastructure as a service. So the infrastructure as a service is where the cloud service providers again they'll build the infrastructure for you, and you pay just the portion that you are using. And the last one will be the desktop as a service. Desktop as a service will equally provide users with access through a virtualized desktop where users can only pay again just the portion of it that they are using over the internet. And so this brings us to comparing and contrasting some other services like local resource requirements for cloud services, local control, network requirements, and security requirements. So local resources for cloud services will refer to the hardware, the software resources that are needed to deploy all these cloud services, and these will run on applications. The local requirements are all the requirements that are needed to build the infrastructure, the software, the, the platform, and the desktop virtualizations. Local control required the control that the cloud service providers will need to put all these things together. What are the organizations going to do? What type of control will the organization have over the infrastructure or the software that has been built and given to them? The network resources, network requirements will equally require that uh, how is the network going to be made that the organization will need over the internet. So what are the cloud computing requirements are reliable to ensure that the network is safe enough. Security. When we talk about security, we are thinking of that now that the services have been built, the organization is using it. But what of attacks? What if attacks come in place? What are we going to do? So we have to put in a robust security network where attacks or malicious individuals cannot access our network. So we have to probably put multi-factor authentication access control parameters to ensure that the network is safe enough. The next thing is we are going to look at virtualized platforms. What are virtualized platforms? This is this is a type of technology where multiple computers, multiple virtualized computers can run on a single hardware. we are talking of building several machines on, building several virtual machines on a single desktop with the use of Oracle VirtualBox or VMware. Several machines can be built over a single physical machine. The next thing that we are looking at, that we'll be looking at, will be service-oriented architecture. This is a method of software development where users use components called services to create business applications. Each of these business applications will provide the business capabilities and services that can communicate with each other. And the next one that we'll be looking at will be the service-oriented architecture. This service-oriented architecture is a method of software development that uses software components called services to create business applications. Each of these business applications, are capable of providing the organization with the needed software or the needed architecture for the organization to properly put components to communicate through with a platform through the services. Then the next thing that we'll be equally be talking at will be the cloud deployment models. The cloud deployment models. Here we'll be talking about the private cloud. We'll be talking about the public cloud. We'll be talking about the community cloud and the hybrid clouds. The first one we'll be talking about will be the public clouds. What are public clouds? Public cloud services are services that are provided by these cloud service providers, and they are provided to the general public on demand. So, and if an organization has money, they can buy whatever software or whatever flavor that they want. They can buy software as a service. They can buy the platform, just a platform as a service, or desktop as a service, or infrastructure as a service. And so it is provided to the general public by Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure. The next one will be the private cloud. These are clouds that are built probably for private companies like the Department of Homeland Security in the United States, where they can build their private cloud just because they think that they want to remain secure enough that their data doesn't go out of their particular network. They build their own private clouds. The next will be the community cloud. Community cloud will be clouds where two organizations can come together and decide to build their own cloud platforms, and just making sure that only these two organizations, or what maybe three organizations, build their own clouds, to make sure that they don't go out there to the general public, to like Amazon or Microsoft Azure, to get cloud services. They build their own cloud services and share the resources within themselves. The next one will be hybrid clouds. As the name suggests, the hybrid cloud are cloud infrastructure that combines elements of public cloud and private cloud, and this offers robust security for the organizations that deploy it. And now, the next thing that we are equally going to look at will be security, storage, and legal requirements. When all these aspects of the cloud services have been put in place, what security issues will organizations face? What are the storage requirements? What are the legal requirements? And what are the privacy requirements? This is what we're going to look at. For security issues, almost every organization has that adopts cloud computing has a degree of security that they want. They have business, however, they want to protect this business as well. So they have to make sure that they deploy good security strategies in place in order to protect against malicious insiders, to protect against security misconfigurations and unauthorized access. The storage facilities as well. The storage issues equally come because of the lack of data governance, where the lack of data governance, where these cloud storage issues can arise. For example, In many situations, users create storage pools and for specific projects, and when the projects are completed, they just go ahead and close out the storage without taking cognizance of remnants of data that could have been in that platform. So this probably can disrupt the systems. Legal issues will arise again because because of security breaches or security violations. Organizations have to make sure that they put it in place robust security measures in order to curb a lot of these security breaches to cater about legal issues that might arise from data breaches. Privacy as well, we have to think about, when we talk about sharing data, we have to look at privacy. Within the European Economic Community, we have the GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulation, that stipulates that collecting data from EU citizens, they must give their consent. Within the United States, we have the CCPA. This is the California Consumer Privacy Act, where collecting data from citizens of California will equally require their consent for their data to be collected. Thank you so much for listening, and we see you during our next video. Thank you.